In 19th century England, the land enclosure movement led to lands which had previously been common or open lands being enclosed as private property. Lands where communities had traditionally hunted rabbit for food were now unavailable. At the same time, the population was growing and the Industrial Revolution was pushing people into poverty. Poachers who were legally criminals but who were usually just trying to feed their families sneaked into their community's traditional hunting grounds to take game. The new owners, usually nobility, employed gamekeepers to stop them. In this case, Blades had entered property belonging to the Marquis of Exeter, where he had taken a number of rabbits. Gamekeepers of the Marquis confronted him and they used physical force to take back the rabbits. Blades sued for assault. They claimed they had used no more force than was necessary to obtain the rabbits. Really, this was a detinue situation. Blades had the Marquis's property. A demand was made for its return. The demand was refused. The question was whether it was lawful to forcibly take back the goods and whether this excused assault. Chief Justice Earl said that it did. He said, if the defendants had actual possession of the chattels and the plaintiff took them from them against their will, it is not disputed that the defendants might justify using the force sufficient to defend their right and retake the chattels. And we think there is no substantial distinction between that case and the present. For if the defendants were the owners of the chattels and entitled to the possession of them, until the plaintiff wrongfully detained them from them after request, the defendants in law would have the possession, and the plaintiff's wrongful detention against the request of the defendants would be the same violation of the right of property as the taking of the chattels out of the actual possession of the owner. The other option for the Marquis was to go to court to recover the rabbits, but Chief Justice Earl agreed this was unrealistic. If the owner was compellable by law to seek redress by action for a violation of his right of property, the remedy would often be worse than the mischief, and the law would aggravate the injury instead of redressing it. From this case, we learn that in Detinue, it is lawful to use minimal force to recover property.